Doug from Smokey Bear. Status update.
I'm gonna let you go now. There are many ways to start a fire, but one sure way to put it out. Learn how you can do your part at SmokeyBear.com.
Sponsored by the U.S. Forest Service, Ad Council, and your state forester.
Adopt U.S. Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org, brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers. But that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on adoption, visit adoptuskids.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your fun?
Do flowers have best friends?
I don't know. Hey, look.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
In the wake of a disaster, what one thing can you send that will help people the most? A blanket, a tent, a sandbag, a doctor. Actually, if you send a monetary donation, you send all these things. Even a small donation can make a big impact and can quickly become exactly what people affected by disaster need most.
In the wake of a hurricane, your monetary donation can make a huge difference to those in need. To donate, visit supporthurricanerelief.org. That's supporthurricanerelief.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hello, thank you for listening to WFMCJams.com, Internet Radio. We want to make sure that you listen to some more great music coming from Opry Mills Mall the first Saturday of every month, live on WFMC Jams, hosted by PCG. It is Opry Mills Unplugged. You can hear them from 1 o'clock to 5 p.m., again, first Saturday every month, here on WFMCJams.com.
Welcome to Midnight Madness.
I look at Midnight Madness for the novice as the gateway drug to the festival experience.
Midnight Madness, Midnight Madness, Midnight Madness, yeah.
Madness. You're gonna get it, the Midnight Madness. You're gonna get it, the Midnight Madness. You're gonna get it, the Midnight Madness. You're gonna get it.
And now the Midnight Madness Show. Here's your host, the DJ Doctor.
Helps if my microphone is on. What a way to start the show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to another Midnight Madness show. And again, it works when electronics are turned on. I found that out the hard way.
Yes.
I'm doing my spiel and no one's listening, not even you sitting next to me. So I am Mark the DJ Doctor. We're here on a beautiful Tuesday night in downtown Manchester, Tennessee, about an hour south of Nashville. We want to thank everybody for tuning in all across the world. We got a great show tonight. I am stoked for this show because we've been wanting to get this guy on now for a couple, 2-3 years since the last time he was on the show, and this man is busy. He's a busy man, and I was so glad to get to see him over the summer at one of the festivals. We're going to talk about that. So before we get to Lee, I want to say hey to Jason, the Hillbilly Heartthrob. How you doing, Jason?
I am absolutely 100% beautiful.
He's doing well, folks. Beautiful is a loose term. He's doing well. We got the Velvet One, who is feeling a little better this week. She's in the house. She's manning our Facebook, or should I say, manning our Facebook page, to be politically correct, I guess. She's taking care of that. We got Brian, the IT guru down in Pulaski, producing the show. How you doing, Brian? Lee's in the house. He came back. Can you believe that? He came back after all the abuse I put him through.
Oh, no, after all that stuff.
He's got a kind heart. So we want to say hey to Chris at heatfmradio.com out there in New York. Thank you, Chris. We want to say to Lisa T. from Alabama, Florence area. Hey, Lisa, we hope you're doing well. Thank you for being part of our family, too. And our good friend David Havens, who was listening to our vinyl show on Sunday.
Yes.
And was making some comments. And I think that is just absolutely killer. He's a great DJ down there in Florence at Sam Phillips Studios. So we want to say hey to all those guys there at Sam Phillips Studios. I'm starting to get to know several of the DJs there. The rock and roll guy, third shift guy. He's pretty cool. So second to third shift guy. So I think we said all of our introductions, have we not?
I think so.
I think it's time for you to introduce our guest.
And I'm going to do it right.
That's why I'm letting you do it, so I don't screw it up. Because you don't have no... Lee, your ears ought to burn how many times I have messed this up. And I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm strapped tonight, okay?
All right. Bless your heart.
We have the one and only Mr. Lee Gibson.
Lee Gibson's in the house. How you doing, Lee?
I am great. Thanks so much for having me back, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you for putting up with us in the past.
Yeah.
I even had Lee's CD last time and still messed up the terminology, so we're not even going to go there.
That was hilarious. It was right in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, I
how many times do I have to throw that at you and hit you in the head with it?
I don't know,
Make
man.
it stick.
It was crazy.
By the way, I will tell you now that I was at the Opry probably 2 years ago, and I walked in, and that gentleman was there.
Was he?
So we'll clue in the listeners here. I had a photo made with Lee Greenwood. And Mark could not get my name right. I've been called a whole lot worse than Lee Greenwood, though. So I've never done a show with him, but we've stepped in the same mud holes a time or two.
Well,
I thought it'd be funny if you came in one day and did a cover of a Lee Greenwood song.
Almost did. You have no idea.
It was just one of those things that it got stuck in my head before I even met you. We said next week's show is, and we named that artist. And they go, no, not that guy. We got Lee Gibson coming out. Okay, no problem. And then every other time I said your name, it was the wrong name. Yeah. So we got you. It's Lee Gibson. He's here with us tonight. He came back, kind of giving me, a fifth shot at death row here, I think. So I apologize for all that.
This is the fourth or fifth time I've been here, at least, I think.
I think so, yeah. Yes. I think so. So it's been a little while since the last time because you were so mad at us for the last time.
I wasn't mad at you guys.
He said, oh, man, that Mark, he's crazy. Let's go ahead and kick off with a song, and then let's get to find out what's going on since the last time we saw you, because you've been busy, and I know a lot of cool stuff's going on with you.
I've been a little busy, but yeah, we'll do something off the first album here. So
okay,
little thing about being growing up in a small town.
All right,
still there. I was raised in a small town on the edge of Tennessee. Nothing much but trouble to get in there. Running down the boulevard in an Oldsmobile, and chasing skirts never got me anywhere. It's just a small town with a small school, and we were big kids just acting like fools, running the roads and parking up on a square. Yeah, and I'm still there. Yeah, well, I'm still there. I was ready to get tied down when I was only 17. I met this girl and damn, I was nothing but blind. 'Cause there ain't nothing else like your first love in the southern summer heat. I think we fought just so we could make up all the time. Yeah. And I can still see her sitting next to me, cuddled up on that open seat, looking at her through the mirror with her hands in her hair. Yeah, still there. And those little shops run by moms and pops just can't give me what I need. They'll find a way so I can pay to make sure that I leave, yeah, out of there. Oh, out of there. It's just a small town with a small school, but we still got kids just acting like fools, running the roads and parking up on the square. Yeah, well, I'm still there. Whoa, whoa, I'm still there. Yeah, well, I'm still there. Yeah, well, I'm still there. Thank you.
Lee Gibson's in the house with us. We want to thank Lee for coming back. Great song to open with.
Thank you.
I think the first time, and this might be wrong, and correct me if I am, because I believe it was
You're
you.
wrong.
Normal. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
I believe the first time I ever saw you perform, you were doing a video shoot in Belvedere. Wasn't that you?
Was that really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know how long ago that was. That was the first time.
That was 13. It was 2013.
2013.
Yeah.
Wow. So
for that song.
That one right there. That was the song.
Yeah.
Wow.
We had a blast there. That place was packed.
Packed, dude. I was at the very edge of the door.
It was capacity of that place. We picked it because we thought, okay, it's very, it's very rural. It was like a, kind of a step down from Cracker Barrel as far as design goes.
Right.
Everything was very country and it was very hometown. And it's seriously 6 miles away from where I grew up as a kid. So it's right down the road, from home. Had a blast, and we thought, okay, if we have 100 people in there, great. Yeah. We quit counting at 185.
Yeah.
And that's capacity. So it's like, at that point, it's like,
I was probably in the 200s.
It was a good night. It was a great night to be there, and it was cooking.
Larry Z and I went down there. Larry Z, you might remember him from the old show. He's in New Hampshire now. Larry Z and I was there, and that was the first time we ever got to see you and hear you play. Now, we couldn't get close to, we're at the very, very back, cramped, really tight. So 2013.
2013, wow. Yeah. I remember that day very well. It was a lot of fun.
That was a cool thing. So what's going on with the video? Is it still getting airplay?
There's a long story behind that.
Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have asked.
It's fine. There's no sore subject on that one. But no, we had a good time with that night. There's some other stuff that's in the works from the last album, and we're probably I'm working on 2 albums at the same time.
Ooh.
And probably going to start a third one that's going to be a full band album.
Oh, great. Wow.
There's 2 of them that's an acoustic thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like me, a couple of guitars, some acoustic instruments, mando, fiddle, maybe a dobro, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've got everything picked out for those.
Good.
It's a matter of going in and actually writing the check and cutting the songs. And it's just like,
so speaking of writing the check, we need to make you some money.
Yeah.
You've got a little promo that you want to shoot out for the show tonight. Why don't you tell about it early, and we want to revisit
we'll do that
throughout the show.
For any of the listeners here who, are paying attention here for WFMC Jams, we're doing a discount code, 10% off anything on the website, leegibsonmusic.com. You use the discount code WFMC, and you got your 10% off. And we ship worldwide.
There
Everything from CDs to shirts to hats to, oh my goodness, do me a favor. Hand me one of those things that is camouflage right there on the top. Even little koozies. If you just want, if you just need a koozie to keep your beverages cold. Speaking of which,
I almost had that on first
I brought
grab.
2. I brought one for each of you. So
Thank you.
I threw the first one. It's your job
That's
to pick
mine.
that up. Jason, I have one, and for our woman manning the for a person womaning the Facebook account, I have one more for you. So everyone gets. Yeah,
That's
you kidding?
I think we came up with the term wool manning.
Wool manning. Yeah.
You never walk into a place without something.
Yes.
To that's even if it's a koozie.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyone you see something on the website you like, 10% off WFMC.
So it's Lee Gibson Music.
LeeGibsonMusic.com.
So Lee Gibson Music.
Yeah.
.com. Yeah. Now that's going to be in my head.
Now,
the rest
great.
of the
I
night.
just got sued by.
Yeah. Hey. If they think you got enough money that they're going to sue you, that's kind of cool. Because when they try to sue you and you ain't got the money, they're going, yeah, that's what a waste of time.
Exactly. No kidding.
So go to LeeGibsonMusic.com and 10% if you use the discount code WFMC. Make this guy some money. Please go there right now while we're on the air. Go there, buy a koozie, a hat, a shirt, some music. Buy Lee Gibson's guitar. He'll sell that guitar if you give him enough money, probably.
I like this one.
Okay. He's got another guitar he'll give you. Well,
I have another guitar. I will sell that. It's a 2000 Fender Deluxe, and I'd turn and loose that one. It's never even been on the road.
There you
It's
go.
still in the road case. It's 20 years old. It's an antique in 5 years.
And you would rather keep it or keep this than that one?
I'm kind of hanging on to that one, actually, if the money was right. But I'm hanging on to that one just for, investment.
Yeah, I don't blame you in that. So don't buy any of Lee's guitars. He doesn't sell any of them. He's a musician, which means he's got gas, which is called gear acquisition syndrome. We can never have enough. We don't need it. We just want it. So I'm a drummer, and I've got like 5 or 7, 8, 12 guitars, and I can't get rid of any of them. Yeah. So
you talked about the first time you got to hear Lee.
Mm-hmm.
I actually opened for him.
Yeah.
At a benefit.
Did you really?
Yeah, that was my first experience.
Where was this at?
This would have been in was for a tornado over here in
yes.
Oh shoot.
Well, there's been so many tornadoes. I mean, there are trailer parks between Alabama and Tennessee, and I can tell you right now,
Winchester
tornadoes.
area. The Winchester area there.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I do recall that.
So he had to suffer hearing me first before he got to go on stage.
No suffering at all.
Now, you've been playing around quite a bit. Again, you're from just outside of Belvedere, right?
Well, I'm from Nashville, but I spent the formative years, if you will, in the lovely metropolis of Broadview.
Yeah, Broadview.
Yeah, Broadview. So,
which is how many people? 6?
I don't know. I mean, we're in there between Mingo and Belvedere and Harmony, and there's plenty. Hey, Broadview will represent. I can tell you right now. They will show up.
Well, there you go. So with a lot of new viewers and listeners out there, it's cool to have Lee Gibson on the show again. But I've been so busy the last couple of years. We've been talking about you. And then I go to the Lynchburg Music Festival, and there's Lee on stage.
Yeah.
And when I saw the lineup and that Lee Gibson was playing with a full band, I'm like, because I've never seen you with a full band except for that very first show. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my. We'll get over there, and I'm in the photo pit, and I get pictures. I'm going to tell you, Lee, we've seen you live in this kind of setting several times. Man, live on stage in front of the people at a festival, you were alive. You were energetic, and I walked away from that show going, why is he not on main stage? So tell us about it. You're at there again this year coming up.
I am, exactly. I'm one of, what I'm told, 3 acts that is coming back to the Lynchburg Music Fest.
Cool.
It's happening October 2nd and 3rd in downtown Lynchburg, Tennessee.
Beautiful area.
I think the location is up in the air, but I know if you can't find it, once you get there, you got a problem.
Right.
So, I mean, they're going to point you, hey, ticket booth that way.
Yeah.
Or gates, so forth. So we know it's happening, and I know who's on it, which I can't disclose.
Okay.
I won't even tell my girlfriend.
Really?
It's like she is hot at me before not telling her. She is giving me a hard time. She's like, I respect you, but I don't like you. I don't like you right now. So, and the gentleman who I've been working with off and on for, who handles, he's the head knocker behind Lynchburg Music Fest. I mean, there's so many people behind it, but he was the brain behind it. So,
and that came off really fast last year when they first had the idea.
The idea has been brewing for years,
Right.
but it happened quickly, and it was well put together. I know the guys who were in the production facility, everything from staging to audio to lights. I know several of those guys, and I was very blessed to have someone manning the console whenever I walked up to it, because it was very run and gun for the B stage. As far as like, you walk up, you plug in, you get a quick 5-minute sound check, and there you go.
Yeah.
But when I saw it was Brandon over there doing that, I was like, oh,
Yeah,
I was not scared at all.
And I met him from prior shows too, so I got to know him.
Yeah.
So when I got there, we're like, well, they're in good hands. They got a good sound guy. But we took his business card before from previous gigs, because he does private shows, smaller stuff than festivals. Any kind of work we could get him too. He did I believe he did the reggae festival in McMinnville. I think he was part of that.
Yeah.
But great talent. The stage was set well. It was a beautiful stage.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, man. The whole setting it's a lot of fun. You're right there at the downtown part of Lynchburg. History galore. It was warm, a little bit on the warm side that day when I was on stage. But we had, in fact, the gentleman who runs it, he told me, he said you had the biggest crowd of anybody on the B stage.
Right, you did,
which was fine. I was very honored, and he knew he's not going to pull my chain at all. So it was good to hear that. We had middle of the day. I'm so thankful for the people who came out, friends and fans, and who stood there in the heat with us. And we're going to be back at it again this year, October 3rd. It is the 2nd and 3rd, but we're kicking it off at 2 p.m. on Saturday, October the 3rd, and it's
on the main stage. Though.
On the main, I'm told the main stage.
That's a big stage.
That's a
big
I think
stage.
40 by 40, if not bigger. So we 5 guys are going to either need to put on some weight or or be backlit or something, because
it's a big stage up there.
Now I got to hire some background singers just to fill up the space. Some dancers. I don't know.
I can do
I'll
karaoke.
come dance for you.
I won't. No. We want him to sell merchandise, not be run out of Lynchburg. But I was very impressed. The show was great.
Thank you.
Again, I was very tickled to finally get to see you again after so many. It was a couple of years since the last time we saw you. And you didn't jump off the stage and hit me with your guitar, so I thought we were still cool together. So that was pretty cool.
I can tell you right now, it was a thrill, to see you there, see someone I knew, manning a camera. I was like, oh, heck yes, Mark. That was incredible. Like it was a bit of a surprise. I was kind of a little bit struck by it because I wasn't expecting you to be behind a lens.
Yeah.
And it's like, usually I'm seeing you here behind a kit, and I had no idea you were a gunner of the photography class.
And then he called me and says, "You're never going to guess what."
Oh, yeah. I was like, Lee's on stage, man. He's killing it. I got into photography the last couple of years, and I'm learning and busting my chops trying to get better at it, and I love it. And now that I say that, you gave a request about me getting you some more of those pictures for the full band. I failed to do that. I got to get that to you so we get pictures of the rest of the band. I've got probably 20 good shots of you and the band up there.
I love it.
And thank you for making it the profile pic. You made it the profile pic.
We sure did.
That tickled me, to no end. And I think Macy Tabor, she went on that same stage. I think she was the first artist to go on with her and the guys, and we know them real well too. So I think she made some of them made their profile pics. So.
I'm sure, man. You did a great job. Seriously, the pics were great, and it was a good time down there. So I'm thrilled. I hope you're a part of it again this year.
Well, we're supposed to be, and talk to your friend. Make sure he pulls it.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Come on, Johnny.
We'll do everything we can. I think Brian has to fill out the application and all that stuff for the media. But we enjoyed it. We promoted it like crazy, and we're promoting it already. So we would love to be a part of it. I'll tell you, as a media, they did it really well for the media, allow us access to get to and from the media tent up on the hill.
Yep.
Now, again, I don't know if it's going to be in the same spot, but just the access to and the artists. And all I know is when it was hot, you guys had the best bathroom in the entire, county, I think, down there. They had air conditioning, bathrooms, stainless steel floors and stuff. It was cool. That's where the media got to go in there and go to the restroom. I went in there like twice, not even to do anything, just stand there and get cooled off.
I ain't gonna lie, I did too. Yeah. It was warm out there. I was at the media tent a little bit. I did an interview with a publication out of Franklin and another one out of Alabama, and I just got off stage, maybe had an hour, and I think Joe Diffie was on during that time, or
That'd
Sam,
been about
it was
right.
either, it was Sam Bush, and I had been wanting to see Sam Bush, and I get called away for media. I'm grateful because they want to talk to me, but I was like,
you wanted to see
Sam freaking Bush.
Yeah.
It's like the Mando. He is a machine on some mandolin. So just and legendary.
Doesn't he look like Phil Lesh from Fish?
I'm not going to answer that because I like the guy.
Hey, they had that same little beard thing, and the hair was still kind of. I'm like, man, this is the guy from Fish. So
maybe they can
I
double.
I like Phil Lesh. I'm sorry, but I still like Phil.
We need to jump another song before time runs away from us.
Yeah, well, Lee, we could talk all night.
Well, I'll throw you one off of the last album. It's a little thing called Long Slow Night. I was out on the road with Ronnie McDowell, and every time I would go on before him, or who was it? I went on before. It's going to take me a minute. He would introduce me. Okay, he would introduce me, and so Lee, what are you going to sing for us tonight? It was set up, but it was just one of those things. He loved it, and it kind of fit his thing, that he's done. But it's one of my favorite songs on the whole record that we released. So it's called Long Slow Night.
Okay.
Really? I'm on. Don't have anything going, buddy.
You went off for some reason.
Well, I am dead as in dead in the water. I don't know why.
Yeah, Lee.
Hold on for a second, guys.
We got a little signal.
I'm dead on battery.
Uh-oh.
If you have a DI box, stand by 1 minute.
Yes.
Mute the guitar. We will fix this.
We are muting it.
Tell me I'm clear.
You're clear.
You're clear. We have Lee Gibson with us in the house tonight. He is switching a DI box over and put his stuff in here. The power of batteries. We started the show and my microphone was off. So Lee just had a battery die. Sometimes it's the most simplest little things would do that.
See if that...
No signal yet.
Huh.
Still no signal on Lee. Is it a cord?
Shouldn't be a cord.
Not technically.
Yeah, that's weird. Let me just go directly into the
Yeah.
box. Okay, try that.
Nothing.
Well, that's great.
So that guitar is up for sale that Lee was talking about. 10% discount.
That's precious. Yeah, and I didn't bring another one. You don't have a microphone, do you?
Yep, we do.
Well, gentlemen,
We'll do what we got to do, brother.
that is a shame. My apologies. Stand by, but that's the thing. We will work on this little by little. Do it. Just bring the mic, and I will swap out cables. Take the cable off. Okay. And then you can have...
Take that mic, Jason.
There we go. Thanks, sir. Gotcha. Oh,
All
good.
right.
We've done this before.
Not our first rodeo. And don't forget, you can go on LeeGibsonMusic.com and any merchandise on there, buy it. You get 10% off if you use the discount code WFMC. So please, go in there and buy some merchandise from Lee. Not just one thing, a couple would be nice. They make great gifts. One for you, one for somebody else. We're being flagged down by the Velvet One. Amy Hayes and Lisa Hamilton.
Yeah.
Hammer. And Tracy Lynn.
There we go. Yeah. I'm never going to hear the end of this tonight, from my social media. You have some guitar now, don't you?
Oh, my. Andy Parton's on. And he's got the name wrong
Hey,
already.
Jason, do me a favor and turn up the...
We're still pretty weak on the board. better. There we
Got
go.
some? Okay, there we go. We'll go. This is Long Slow Night. I'm up at 6 a.m. on the road by 7:30. We've been through a traffic jam. I led foot in a hurry. Boss man's on my case from the moment I walk in. He'll probably stay right there till I clock out again. It's never good enough, always something wrong. This day ain't over yet, it just keeps dragging on. I'm ready for a long, slow night. Walk in the door and hold you tight. Yeah, getting back to us, we can let love take its own sweet time. You ready for a long, slow night? Deadlines are piling up, my patience wearing down. Stress is the only thing I can wrap my arms around. From 8 to 5, it's all I can do to pretend I give a damn about anything but you. I don't mind to pull my weight, I've waited for so long. That clock don't know it yet, but I'm already gone. I'm ready for a long, slow night. Walk in the door and hold you tight. Yeah, getting back to us, we can let love take its own sweet time. You ready for a long, slow night? Yeah. When that sun goes down, all I wanna find, yeah, it's me getting lost in your eyes. Yeah, getting back to us, we can let love take its own sweet time. You ready for a long, slow night? Just a long, slow night. Girl, are you ready? Are you ready for a long, slow night?
Lee Gibson is with us today.
Lee, I got to tell you, I had your CD in the car.
Yeah, man.
I have it on random, so it's not always in the same order. And for some reason, the CD player liked that song because it seemed like every time I turned the car off and started up again, that song came back.
I got you. I got you. It happens from time to time.
Well, I know under the old format that the radio station was, with the old player and stuff, Tennessee Rain, I think, got more airplay on our station than anybody else's song.
It got a lot of airplay everywhere, which I'm grateful for. Thank y'all so much for spinning it, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's a great song.
Thank you.
It's a great song.
Now, you've had a little bit of success with your writing.
A little bit.
I'm
listening to you, but I'm gonna see if I can't swap batteries while you're talking.
I understand. You had a song out that Cletus T. Judd recorded. Bake Me a Country Ham.
Lee wrote that?
Yes.
Bake Me a Country Ham.
Yeah, a parody of
me
Paint Me a
hungry
Birmingham. Yeah. Great song, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We had a good time with that. We the friend of mine I co-wrote that with, Corey Lee Barker, he and I have written a number of songs. We wrote 3 or 4 off the last album, but we're having lunch and it was Eddie Montgomery was in we were in Longhorn on Lyle. Okay. Longhorn Restaurant was like the meeting place for Music Row outside of your office. It was one of the top places. Mm-hmm. I know Eddie Montgomery was in there, and Red Akins and Daryl Singletary were in there. Red and Daryl were having lunch together. They did a lot of things together before Daryl passed, of course. And it was Corey was like, we should write a song for Montgomery Gentry. Yeah, we should. We should write something for Daryl, for this one, for that one, so forth. Mm-hmm. And he said, we should write something for Cletus. And we just started spitballing ideas, and it went from Paint Me a Give a Damn to Bake Me a Country Ham in like 30 seconds. We wrote half of it in the restaurant, finished our meal. I mean, we were woofing down whatever we had that day, went back to my office, finished the other half of it. We wrote it, recorded it, pitched it in an afternoon, in less than 2 hours. And the label called me the next day, like, yeah, we're tracking it. We're tracking it in 2 or 3 days, whatever it was, 3 days or something like that.
Wow.
They loved it. So, yeah, Cletus was kind enough to put that on that album Bipolar and Proud. So it was it charted. We saw it. I've still got the Billboard magazine where it charted.
Did you?
You kidding? I'm not throwing that away. That's like
Can you play a small part of it?
Let's see here. I forget the words. I really do. I hadn't played it in forever. It's I seriously have not played that thing. I knew you was going to pull something like that on me today. Killing me. I was sitting there with my fork in hand, staring at my lousy ravioli can. She walked in and said to me, is there any way that I can make your day complete? I said, if there's any way you can, would you grease up that old metal roasting pan and bake me a country ham? Serve it up with a side of yams. Leave it in till it's golden brown. Pineapples all the way around. Let the sweet smell fill the air. Serve it to me in your underwear. I'm tired of eating imitation spam. Would you bake me a country ham? I looked at her with hungry eyes. She asked if I needed ketchup on my curly fries. I held my breath. I could hardly wait for that little slice of heaven on a Dixie plate. I could feel the juices running down my chin as my stomach started screaming once again. Would you bake me a country ham? Serve it up with a side of yams. Leave it in till it's golden brown. Pineapples all the way around. Let the sweet smell fill the air. Serve it to me in my easy chair. I'm tired of eating imitation spam. Would you bake me a country ham? Bake me a country ham. Serve it up with a side of yams. Leave it in till it's golden brown. Pineapples all the way around. Let the sweet smell fill the air. Serve it to me in my underwear. I'm tired of eating imitation spam. Would you bake me a country ham? Bake me a country ham. I'm hungry, baby.
All right, Lee.
I haven't played that in like 5 years, maybe 6. So it's just, I'm digging that from the recesses of the brain back there. So
Can they get that off your website, or they got to go to Cletus? To
that's
get that?
Cletus's.
That's Cletus's
we
song.
signed away some stuff on that one.
Yeah.
It's like that was. It was a lot of fun though, writing it and seeing that one,
That's
do
hilarious.
something. So it was fun. Yeah.
So if you want that song, go to Cletus T. Judd's
Oh yeah,
website.
you got to get that. Yeah, Barry would appreciate that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cletus would appreciate that.
So what's next for you? What's on your calendar of big things to do?
Big things to do. Big things happening anytime soon. We're actually in Bell Buckle, Tennessee this weekend.
Beautiful place.
Yeah, we're at the banquet hall there, Bell Buckle Banquet Hall. It's Mo Pitney and me. I'm opening up for Mo, and it's 2 guys, 2 guitars. 7 o'clock, very family friendly. I mean, you could bring the kids. You could bring anywhere from 8 to 80.
Wow.
And there's no BS, at all. It's a great place. It sounds good in there.
Yeah.
Wood walls,
Makes me wish I wasn't playing this weekend so I could watch it.
It's a good show. Well, it's Friday night, so if you're not tied up Friday night,
Oh, wait a minute. I play Saturday, so maybe
come
I
on
will
down,
have to
man.
come out
Or
Friday.
come on across. I forget, I know where it is from here. I could get there if I had to.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not far from here. It's only half hour north between us and Nashville.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it's out there in the middle of God's country. It's
Yeah.
a beautiful place.
It is.
The last time I was at the place that you're talking about was the Charlie Leuven event. I was there, and of course, Alison Krauss was there with Jerry Douglas, and Ron Block was playing. Just a lot of stuff was going on. Charlie Allen was playing there.
I'll come be your roadie. I'll come carry the guitar.
No,
Come on.
No, you can carry his batteries.
Oh, man.
Or they say from the north, batteries.
Batteries. Or that's actually a Ron Clower thing. Batteries.
Batteries.
Yeah.
So
Ever
that's
listen to
cool.
Ron?
That's coming up this Friday. So that's a
Friday
quick
night.
thing.
Yeah, and tickets are available through the website, leegibsonmusic.com.
Okay.
It's going to direct you to the promoter's website, but that's the easiest way to get there. And,
Okay.
Yeah. So that's one big thing we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the closest thing. Then I'm in Georgia in a couple of weeks, doing shows down there.
Cool.
Going to spend a little time. We're trying to trek from Georgia to the beach and just have a little, put the toes in the sand for a day,
Right.
or 2, or whatever. You
Yeah.
know. Get some crab legs, a whole lot of seafood. Get fat and happy on on conch fritters. Who cares? I don't know.
Yeah. What's that? See, yeah, when I get my restaurant up and running, we need to get that up and running. I've got the Snout and Trout restaurant going to be
Nice.
working, so we'll get that up and running. Yeah, I've even got the logo for that. Snout and Trout. We got people going like, is that like a real restaurant? In my mind, it is, but
Yeah.
we'll get the Snout and Trout running here one of these days. Some of the coolest places. What's some of the coolest venues you played at? Yeah. You played around a while, so you've been some pretty cool spots.
I have. We did a thing a few years ago at Knuckleheads over in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Had a blast out there. I thought I'm glad they have two stages. They have an indoor and outdoor.
Mm-hmm.
And it was gorgeous when we left Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
We had a few dates, probably 4 or 5 dates before that show. And then all of a sudden a cold front rolled in.
Ooh, yeah.
And, I mean, you go from Tennessee to Birmingham to 2 shows in Mississippi and then up to, I think, either Arkansas or Missouri for that, for the next 2 shows. I don't know if we did a thing in Little Rock or not. I forget. Anyway, dude, Knuckleheads was a blast. And the people there, you would have thought I was Elvis or something, as far as, like, they treat you so dang good over there. It was... You hear stories of venues and nightmares and so forth about how they treat indie artists and so forth. Seriously, you would have thought, they treat you like gold. They really
That's
did.
cool.
And I would go back there in a minute. And it's not a huge venue. I mean, it probably inside maybe seats 300 if
Really?
you can cramp it in. But, the outside is ridiculous.
Yeah, but, if you can get 300 people that are enthusiastic and that are having fun.
It was packed.
Yeah.
It was elbows.
See, our band's done a lot of bike rallies and stuff. Yeah. Sometimes it gets a bad rap about playing a bike rally. I go, but hey, Skinner plays them, Nugent plays them.
Yeah.
I think a bike rally, I don't care how big a rally it is. We played some small laid-back rallies to big festival rallies. Yeah. I don't think there's a better crowd than a bike rally because it was like we're Skinnered on stage.
Yeah.
Didn't matter what you played or how well you played it, they just loved the music and enjoyed that you performed for them. That's a huge thing for me.
I haven't done a bike rally yet. Well, I was actually on the phone with an agent today. We were talking about doing some ATV parks, which those folks know how to throw a party too.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
And it's like the high-rise trucker people too, where they got the mudders, some of them festivals and just crazy. But they're all about the music and they all have a lot of fun. So I enjoy doing that. We better get it to another song real quick.
Oh yeah, we need to. Nice.
People in Mexico are listening. And Asa did? Yeah. Asa from the Grinder House. Have you played the Grinder House yet?
I have not. No idea where it is.
Asa, it's in Crossville.
Nice.
Beautiful, beautiful venue. Great sound room.
Excellent.
It's a listening room like no other up there. Asa, your audition this young man. Here's his auditioning for you.
Hey, Asa, look me up. Let's connect through Facebook here in a little bit. It's easy to find through Mark over at WFMC, and they have all my information. Would love to do something in Crossville because we have friends from Cookville and Knoxville, and I'm just looking for a reason.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm just
it's a great venue. Yeah. We recommend it highly. We do a live show there on Friday nights. Asa does a great job up there at that venue. So, hey, Asa. And then if Barbara from Credenda is watching, hopefully she is. They're in rehearsal. So
Jan Buckingham was listening, though.
Jan Buckingham, hit songwriter Jan Buckingham.
Excellent.
Is listening. Is Leona checked in yet tonight?
I have not seen Leona tonight.
Leona Williams, who wrote several big hits.
Leona is great. I did some production work for a show she was on last year. She was super sweet.
She's coming back to do our show once we get schedules. But we've met her several times, done our show a couple of times.
I mixed her and her son at Bell Buckle.
Yeah.
Yes. They were great. And seriously, Leona, someone tell her it was such a pleasure meeting her because she's a legend and she was just the sweetest person. It was great. She's one of my favorites, and I've mixed a lot. That's one of my side things that I don't tell people.
Yeah.
But I do probably 10 to 12 shows a year for a promoter where I mix, and it's just she was a blast.
Yeah,
so.
she's just a great person. Let's bust a tune. What would you like to play next?
This is a new one.
Okay.
This is a brand new one, so it's like I haven't even played this out. I played it last night to video it for the band. This is debut, and this will probably be on the next album. So I'm a little sick that I don't have full-on audio for the guitar. But,
no, is this going to be the acoustic version album or the full band?
This is full. This will be on the full band thing.
Full band, okay. Oh.
I'm no astronaut, I'm no scientist. Never dreamed of going up on rocket ships, but she sent me here to this cold, dark place the day she said she needed space. Well, that's what she wants, well, that's what she gets. I won't write, I won't call, I won't send a text. Is there someone else? Have I been replaced? I'm going crazy here in space. Space, my final frontier. There's not a thing without her here. Man, I feel like I can't breathe. Space, so far from her. What did I do to deserve being left here aimlessly? Is she gone without a trace out here in space? We've all been there. Some even make it back from the point of no return. Some just fade to black. All these ins and outs and ups and downs. How much can I take Or have I been lost in space? Space, my final frontier. There's not a thing without her here. Man, I feel like I can't breathe. Space, so far from her. What did I do to deserve being out here aimlessly? Is she gone without a trace? Out here in space. Space, so far from her. What did I do to deserve being left here aimlessly? Is she gone without a trace? Up in space. Up in space. Space, my final frontier. One alone without you here.
Woo.
Beautiful
Great
song.
Love it.
And you can't get it yet.
No, you
That's
cannot.
the teaser. That's like the movie trailer. It's coming to an album soon.
Near you.
near you. Let's throw this out again on LeeGibsonMusic.com. If you go on there and you purchase any merchandise, Lee's going to give you 10% off on any merchandise. Please buy something. Use the discount code for WFMC. Use that discount code, and you'll get 10% off on any merchandise. He's got some cool stuff up there. Even a koozie. We got a koozie here that looks pretty cool.
Real quick.
It got to be quick, too, because we got time for one song.
I know. Next week's guest, Melissa Alessi.
Okay.
And Walker Ward will be next week's guest. And, of course, Friday night, go see Lee and Mo Pitney and Bell Buckle.
Yep.
Saturday, come up to Mont Eagle and watch me and Credenda.
And ironically, there's good food in both towns. You know, the Bell Buckle Cafe has got some of the best food you ever have. And then the Smokehouse up in the mountains got some great food up there, too. Hey, get the pickles, what I say. Lee, let's touch real quick, because, again, we're running out of time. We got time for one more song. What got you into the music? What got you started?
Dude, I don't know. I just,
started playing.
There's some family. There's some heredity. From all the way from granddad that I know of.
Okay.
Because he used to lead singing in church. up in Nashville, and then I've got cousins who are very gifted. And I've got some other family members. On mom's side, Dad doesn't take you credit for it, but it's mom's sides. They're stacked with some musical talent. So
that's cool.
Yeah, I think so. And it just kind of developed from singing at a young age to everything from church, singing in church, to school plays, to choir, to picking up a guitar for the first time and doing some really horrible club gigs.
We've all done that.
We've all done those.
And so has your idols have all done that too. So you listen to some of the great ones, and they'll tell you some horror stories of them growing up. And you're going, it happened to them too?
Yep.
So it's pretty cool. Any words of advice you want to give anybody that might be watching for the first time and see Lee on the show, where the music has changed from growing up till now? Anything you want to give?
That's a topic that we don't have time for.
Yeah,
let's save that for the next time. Write that down. We'll cover that one.
Cover this on next show.
Yes, please.
Yes. Oh, excellent. Well, Lee, thank you for being, again, part of the family. It was a great time to see you play live again. First time I got to see you with the full band, forever. Why don't you touch one more song for us? Tell us a little bit about it.
This is actually one of my favorite songs. I didn't write it.
Okay.
This is a Dan Seals song.
Really?
It's going to be on the next album.
Love Dan Seals. I got to sing with him one time.
I was supposed to, and I got snowed out.
Yeah, I sang with him, and I sang with Ronnie McDowell once.
I've sung with Ronnie a lot, but it's like Dan was the guy, and we got snowed out. My trip got canceled by a week, and I missed opening up for him with some guys, some good friends of mine some of them have gone on to do some great things musically, and some of them have not. So anyway, this is I hope it picks up. I hope this is one of my favorite songs. It's called "Everything That Glitters." Saw your picture on a poster in a cafe out in Phoenix. Guess you're still the sweetheart of the rodeo. As for me and little Casey, we still make the circuit on a one-horse trailer and a mobile home. She still asks about you all the time. I guess we never even crossed your mind. But sometimes I think about you and the way you used to ride out at the rhinestones and sequins with the sunlight on your hair, and all the crowd will always love you. As for me, I've come to know everything that glitters is not gold. Old Red, he's getting older, and last Saturday he stumbled. But you know, I just can't bear to see him go. Little Casey, she's still growing, and she started asking questions. But there's certain things a man just doesn't know. She still asks about you all the time. I guess we never even crossed your mind. But sometimes I think about you and the way you used to ride out in the rhinestones and sequins with the sunlight on your hair, and all the crowd will always love you. As for me, I've come to know everything that glitters is not gold. Everybody said you'd make it big someday, but I guess we were only in your way. Well, someday I'm sure you're gonna know the cost. A cost for everything you win, there's something lost. But sometimes I think about you and the way you used to ride out in the rhinestones and the sequins with the sunlight on your hair, and all the crowd will always love you. As for me, I've come to know everything that glitters is not gold. Everything that glitters is not gold. Thank you.
Beautiful song, beautiful song. What a way to end the show. Thank you, Lee, for being part of the family and coming back and gracing us again.
Dude, thanks for having me. Appreciate it, Mark.
He's got a lot of great music coming out. The teaser is he's got 2 acoustic albums that's going to be coming up in the future. He's got a full band album coming out. Please go to LeeGibsonMusic.com.
And the first 2 albums are awesome. Go buy them as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, and he's got merchandise on his website. Please go there. He's giving you a 10% and hats. Okay.
The pre-order, it's actually, you order that, it goes out. You order the hat, it goes out. I've got them. The hat is like amazing. Ain't it though?
All right. So he's got cool stuff on his website.
I guess I better buy a hat.
Please get on there and purchase that. And again, if you use the discount or promo code WFMC, he'll give you 10% off. And I want Lee to call me next week and say, man, I sold a lot of stuff. Thank you. I hope all of you out there take it to heart and challenge yourself to buy some merchandise. As we said before, this is an expensive business to be in. It's not a hobby. We need to help Lee pay bills and be able to purchase these next 3 CDs that he's making. So please help him out and buy some merchandise. Besides, it's just cool stuff. So he's got some really neat stuff. Thank you, Lee. And hopefully it's not another 2 or 3 years before we see Lee back on the show.
It won't be.
But I know we're going to see Lee live several times. And I can't wait for the Lynchburg Festival and you on the main stage.
It's going to be a lot of fun, man.
So
I can't wait to see
I'm
you.
really going to try to make it up there Friday. I want to go.
Yes. So check out Lee live. You'll enjoy it. He's a great artist and great entertainer, whether he's doing acoustic stuff or with a full band. So with that, we're going to say thank you, Lee, for being here. I want to thank Chris at heatfmradio.com for putting us on his show. Lisa T down there at alabamajams.com. Brian, the IT guru, for producing this. Wool manning the Facebook Live show was the Velvet One, Miss Rebecca. We have the Hibble Heartthrob, and I am the DJ Doctor. With that, we want to say goodnight, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.